So we are coaching businesses for success. Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you're listening. If you're listening on the replay, you can join us on YouTube. So every week we add content to YouTube and our podcast. Our podcast can be found everywhere. So whatever floats your boat or easiest for you to find. On this call, Megan and I give you all of the behind the scenes to our bookkeeping businesses, how we run them, what's new, what's working, what's not working, or what has stopped working. So you get all of that information up front from us. We very rarely leave anything out. And if we do, it probably stopped working. So we tell you all the behind the scenes there. If you have questions, feel free to ask those at the end of the call. We'll invite you to unmute, share your screen, not share your screen, show your face, all of those things. If you need to share your screen though, since I blundered there, don't forget that we do have the private coaching calls if you want to get on a call with one of our coaches to troubleshoot something. So we have that. I just wanted to share a quick update about Anna. I shared her a couple of episodes ago, and Anna joined us back in November, and she just sent me an update. This is her original review. She is just about at 3,000 a month with about 6 clients and continuing to grow. So she is killing it. She's rocking it. I promise you this stuff works. If you want to pay attention to upcoming events and guests like we have today, do get our calendar. So we have a calendar for you. There's a QR code on the screen. If we can, we might add it to the chat, but the QR code will take you to the link and you can just add it to whatever calendar you use. Today, we are talking with Justin and Rachel from ADP, mainly Rachel, but Justin and Rachel are both here today. And we want to dive into talking about really how to level up your bookkeeping services and just start to meet those additional client needs that your clients have through advisory and some of the resources ADP has. So with that said, let me introduce Rachel. So I'm going to spotlight you, Rachel.
Okay.
Rachel has been with me since I started my business, like shortly after. And I think she's like a unicorn in terms of like, sometimes we have partnerships with companies and your sales, like your rep, your support person, your teammate, like doesn't stay. Rachel has been with me from the beginning and she has helped my clients like above and beyond. So I just really have appreciated her in my business, and they have really worked hard to set up themselves and ADP to serve you and your clients really well. So we have recently partnered with them to help you serve your clients better. So Rachel, with that, I don't know if you want to add anything to that introduction.
Yeah,
feel free.
Thank you. Setting the bar high. I appreciate it, and appreciate you back. Thank you everyone for having Justin and myself. We are so excited to walk you through the partnership we have with the Bookkeeper Blueprint, and different ways that you can drive advisory with your bookkeeping practice by resources that ADP actually provides to you guys for free. So I'm going to share my screen here really quick, and then I'm actually going to show you a live demo of what we call our Account Connect platform, where you guys have access to different advisory services 100% on ADP. So give me 1 second as I move these screens over. Sherry, you got to let me know if my computer starts freezing up a little bit, because that's what was happening this morning. So let me do this, and then I'll change.
I'll let you know.
My setting. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so I'll change the display setting here in a second. I got to wait till the WebEx at the top goes away so I have access to do that. But either way, you guys can see the screen here and we'll walk through it. As far as the agenda today that we're going to be focusing on, number one, we're going to introduce myself and Justin to each and every one of you guys. The good news, and I'll give you some background on myself and Justin as well, but like Sherry said, is we can be your dedicated help support for anything that comes with ADP. What we're going to also do today is talk about different breadths of services we have at ADP. Many people think of ADP and just simply think of payroll, and that's fun fact, only 18% of what ADP is and what ADP does. So we're going to make sure you guys are educated up on all the different ways that we can help support your firms and your practices. We're going to go through the Accountant Connect demo, which the bookkeepers I partner with on a national scale love and are in every single day, and hopefully will make you guys' lives a little bit easier. And then at the very end, we're going to open it up for any questions, comments, or anything you guys need from Sherry, Justin, myself, Megan, anybody here on the call. Okay? All righty. So meet your ADP team. Again, I'm hoping this switches over so you guys have a big screen. Sherry, I apologize. It's still spinning on our end. I figured it's going to be fine. But Sherry kind of teed you up as far as my role. I've been with ADP for 7 years now. I actually sold in the position that Justin is in for about 1.5 years. And I'm on my 5th year managing a team here in Arizona. But what's different about my role within ADP is I work specifically and exclusively with the accounting, bookkeeping, and tax community, right? And so that doesn't necessarily mean directly in Arizona. That's how I initially met Sherry when she lived here in Arizona. But I've really expanded my network, and my team has expanded their network. We work with bookkeepers, accountants, CPAs, EAs, tax preparers, associations, if you're a part of them, similar to this, on a national scale, okay? And that's probably what sets Justin and I apart mostly, is we're in a specific vertical that might be a little bit different than your average ADP rep that you've worked with previously, right? Previously, you might have experienced some, ins and outs, and some ADP reps that work with banks, clients, CPAs. We only work with bookkeepers, accountants, tax preparers. So we try to really educate ourselves on you guys' day-to-day and really try to align like our values and our service model to what you guys need and what you guys need to support your clients, but also attract and retain the type of clients you want. Okay. Justin is going to be your go-to guy. I'll make sure you have his contact information here at the very end. I'm in the background. I do the webinars. I'm here to support. Justin's going to be your main point of contact if you guys have questions or anything you guys need from an ADP front. Okay. With that said, now the intros and agenda is done, I want to show you a quick visual before we jump into the actual demo here. A couple different things to think about when partnering with ADP, and each of you guys, whether you're on the call or watching live, will have the opportunity to partner with Justin and I, whether that's on a small scale or obviously with a more encompassing service model. But the idea is whether you do payroll in-house today, right, or you partner with other service providers, you probably are familiar with them handling the payroll, which is pretty status quo, right? The direct deposit, and then taking full tax liability on the tax filings. Not to discount that at all. That's the bread and butter of payroll companies, right? And one of the most important pieces. But why ADP really separates ourselves from the competition and what you guys can soon leverage is by partnering with ADP, you're going to have all these additional arms, resources, teams, and tools at your fingertips to really make sure that you guys stand out to the competition, but also you guys are giving your resources and everything you need to your clients because they're expecting more from you today, right? Bookkeeping today is different than bookkeeping 5 years ago, and they're expecting more and more and more from you. And we want to make sure you guys have the resources and tools to offer those services with no additional cost to you guys. Okay, so a couple of those things that we're going to talk about today are advisory services. We're going to talk about how and what that looks like from a simple level to a more complex level. We offer retirement plans, health insurance, workers' comp, compliance support. If you're bringing on a client in a state you're not familiar with, we can actually help you apply for state income tax IDs and state unemployment IDs. Each and every one of your clients are going to have the same mobile app Justin and I have. That we use every single day at a Fortune 250 company. That's going to be at your fingertips. We have HR support. And then what we're going to talk about today is you guys will have access to Accountant Connect, where you can see every single one of your ADP clients in one place. You guys can integrate their general ledger however you guys would like. You can batch report our pool reporting from multiple clients at once. And hopefully it'll make your job a little bit easier on the bookkeeping front. Okay. So before we jump into the demo, which is next, I promise, I wanted to make sure that you guys understood some of the standalone services we have here at ADP. So when we say standalone services, that obviously means they don't have to be a payroll client of ours in order to take advantage of these services. That said, payroll is the engine of everything we do, and a lot of everything we do integrates to that payroll engine. So most times you'll see the best experience when we do have their payroll, but I do want you guys to know that we can offer workers' comp insurance for any of your companies with or without payroll, health and benefits with or without payroll. Talent, we actually help support and provide a ZipRecruiter or a career plug to your clients included into their payroll system. So if you guys are seeing, your clients have a line item of Indeed, on their account because they're trying to find good quality candidates, that might be an opportunity for ADP to come in and potentially save that client some money because it's included in our payroll service. Okay. We also help with HR services, retirement, research and development, tax credits, and then outsourcing options was a big one Sherry and I spoke about. And that's in the case of if you have any clients that are 10 or more employees that are looking to outsource some of their HR capabilities and some of their insurance from like health insurance and retirement services. And we're super scalable with that. So we can discuss, on a one-off, if you have clients that you think would be good fits, which platform would make the most sense for them. Okay. All righty. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into our Accountant Connect demo here. This will be full screen this time, Sherry. Let me know if you guys can see it. Can you see it okay?
We can see it.
Okay, great. So what I want to show you guys today, I'm going to move you guys' faces here, is our Accountant Connect demo. And I think this is one of the things that really, in my experience, separates us from, I would say, all the competitors and what we're most known for, I'd say, when it comes to the accounting tax community and bookkeeping community. So this is a technology we give you guys completely for free. And this is a single sign-on portal where you can find every single one of your ADP clients in one place and do a multitude of different things, okay? So I'm gonna walk you through this demo here really quick, and then we'll open it up for any questions and then outstanding items. So as you can see, you can have every single one of your ADP clients in one place. Now, if you're somebody that's just getting started and are like, hey, I don't have anyone with ADP, but maybe you have somebody with QuickBooks Online or desktop that would be open to evaluating, we're happy to do that. Or if you have clients that are currently on ADP and you're having to individually log into each platform and pull reports, this would be a great platform for you. So what we would do is link every single one of your ADP clients in one place. And that would give you the opportunity to pull any reports and tax forms. You'd actually have the opportunity to completely integrate their general ledger. We integrate with QuickBooks Online, Desktop, Sage, Xero, and a plethora of other services. And you guys can actually create the mapping and chart of accounts however you'd like it. So whenever that client clicks approve on the payroll, all the information flows directly into your system and it all talks to each other. Okay, and you guys can have the capability to do that directly through Accountant Connect. You guys also have the capability to run the payroll through ADP, directly through Accountant Connect. I have a lot of accounting firms and bookkeepers that offer payroll as a service, but they just use ADP's technology as the engine that makes it run. And you guys have the opportunity to process payroll directly through Accountant Connect. Okay? And also, if you have any clients that send you a tax notice or amendment or any questions, you guys can upload that directly through Accountant Connect. Okay? How we can get you linked is obviously we would love for you to reach out to Justin and he can help you with that. But also you guys have the capability to add your clients on your own, right? So you would just click on this Connect Client option here. You would select what platform they're on. So Run is for really anyone with under 50 employees. Workforce Now is for anyone that's over 50 employees or maybe has complex payroll. And then ADP Total Source is our PEO option, which is a great option if you have clients over 10 employees with health benefits. But I would say the majority of our clients are going to be on Run. You would then you could either enter their company name or EIN, and then you would select the level of access. So if you just want the opportunity to pull reports and update their general ledger, you can do that. Or if you'd like the opportunity to process their payroll as well, you can do that right here. Send them a quick little message, click Connect, And this connection box will actually show up directly under their items to do under their ADP payroll screen. So all they would do is it would say, Sherry is requesting access to your account. Do you authorize? They click authorize. Boom, the client's going to show up right here for each and every one of you guys. Okay. Couple things to note on here as well is we actually offer a partner revenue share program. We realize that it takes time out of you guys' day and you can't necessarily bill ADP. I would love to see an ADP or an invoice sent to ADP, but you guys can't technically bill us for the time that you spend to recommend ADP, right? But so how we pay you back for recommending ADP or having those conversations with your clients is through our revenue share program that we have here. That you guys can sign up for, no contract. It's not an exclusivity agreement, but it just allows you the opportunity for any client that goes to Justin directly and signs up with ADP. You guys can earn up to 75% of the annualized revenue of that client. Okay, and we're going to go into more detail on what that looks like here in a little bit. But we're also, because of the partnership with Sherry and Megan, we actually have monthly promotions for your clients as well, where they can earn a couple months free to get started with ADP because of the partnership we've created here today. Okay. Couple other things on here, just so you guys can see, any prevalent news pops up right here. A big one is the 1099 contractor test that just got rolled out, I think March 11th. The new contractor versus W-2 test you guys can see here. If you guys would like to do any sort of continued education, we give free CPE credits that you guys can pick and choose from and take advantage of as well. And then lastly, and I know, Sherry, this could maybe be a 2.0 to advisory, but if you are just starting up and you would like a little bit of help on your website, analytics, marketing, we actually offer CountingWorks Pro at a 25% discount that you guys can get access to and work directly with specialists to help build your website, market that website, and analyze the analytics that come with that. Okay. Alrighty. So the fun stuff here, the reports and tax forms. Hopefully the ones that are tuning into this call will see this and say, oh my gosh, this will make my life a lot easier. But if you are one that's either having to hound your clients to send them reports, or if you're having to keep sticky notes of 10 different companies with their logins, this is for you. Christmas came early. So what you can do here in Accountant Connect is actually batch report and pull reports from multiple clients in one fell swoop. So for example, let's say you need a payroll summary report from each and every one of your clients that are on ADP. You can just select those clients, select the report, select when you need it from. Let's say you need it last month, click generate report. And within about a minute, depending on how many reports you're pulling, all of those reports will show. You can download, print, view, delete, email, whatever you guys need, all in one place. Okay, so the next piece is if, for example, you're doing monthly bookkeeping and you need a specific report for Amanda's Bakery, you can create a reoccurring schedule as well, that after every single month's payroll, let's say you name it something, see if I'm terrible at spelling, monthly payroll, you guys can actually create a schedule where those reports will automatically be pulled for those clients, and you can find them directly through our Accountant Connect portal. And you won't have to individually log in and pull those reports, but you can see your schedule for Amanda's Bakery monthly payroll is getting sent to you every single month. You can pause that, start that, create your own schedules, whatever you need to do, all in one place. Okay. These reports that you have access to are every single report that is within ADP. So if you need quarter filings, if you need W-2 previews, if you need, employee information, whatever you need, or whatever your partnered accountant or CPAs need, you can find all right here. Okay. So that's a lot of times what we find is a really great tool for our bookkeeping partners. Okay. Now, as far as shifting a little bit into advisory, now depending on how and the where you're at within your business, all of this is considered advisory. But the next two tabs, I think, really focus in on some of the resources and tools that we have and we offer to each and every one of you guys. And I'm going to walk you through what these tools are and how a couple of my bookkeeping firms that I partner with, including Sherry and Megan, how do they use these tools and what could it look like for you, right? So for example, This tab here is client activity. It'll show every single one of your clients, what platform they're on, and what's been going on in the last 30 days. Like, how many of you guys have had a client that has expanded to a new state or added in a remote employee in California and you had no idea, and the client didn't apply for their state unemployment, EDD number, SUI, they don't have retirement set up because there's compliance in California, right? All of these different things, you guys can keep track of your clients and what's going on from a day-to-day standpoint right here, okay? So it'll show you employee trends as well. So right here will show anyone that's moving to a different jurisdiction. This will show you employee trends. So maybe one of your clients you've seen has taken on 7 new hires in the last 30 days. For you, being an advisor, go through their books and see that they're paying for Indeed outside of their payroll service. Maybe it's a great opportunity for you to recommend them to Justin or myself to talk about how ZipRecruiter and CareerPlug is completely included in the payroll package to see if you could save the client some money, right? Or maybe they're growing and they don't have an employee handbook, or they're not getting the required documents that you need as a new hire. All of those things that you guys can see through these trends right here. Okay. Another tool that you guys can see, and I'll fly through this one. A lot of our tax and accounting partners enjoy these tools. If you guys like them, that's amazing. Or feel free to recommend us to any of your tax or accounting partners that you guys partner with as well. But you have access to see your entire demographic in one place and can track year-to-date turnover, their head count, who's leading in terminations, who's got the highest payroll. A big one we've had a lot of success with is which of your clients are paying too much in overtime? Is it because they're understaffed, right? Do they need a higher up? Or is it because they don't have a time and attendance system integrated to their payroll and they're losing money every single week, right? Different things that you guys can use to hopefully have those conversations. The next tool you guys have at your fingertips is compensation benchmarking. This is a great tool a lot of my firms and bookkeepers use. If they have a single member S Corp that doesn't know what the heck a good reasonable salary should be when they're on payroll, and you live in California and they're in Illinois, right? This will actually give you access to select what type of industry this client is in. And if you want to drill down by state, region, or zip code, and we'll actually tell you what the median and average salary is for that specific job rate or job title in that specific region, state, or zip code, right? So you guys can use that for any of your clients looking to hire and don't know what to pay those employees. You can use that for your single member S Corps that need to be put on payroll, but don't know what the reasonable salary is. You have all those tools at your fingertips because we pay 1 in 5 Americans, right? A couple other things here. I'm going to skip over to this vertical IQ report. Sherry and I were speaking, I believe, on Monday, and we were talking about the value of these reports. What's great about these is these are updated about every 6 months, and they're specific to certain industries. So let's say you're a bookkeeper that wants to start expanding into the, real estate development space. Imagine as you're having client meetings to try to win the business of the types of clients you have, you guys could provide a specific industry report that shows areas of opportunity, hurdles for those clients, industry forecasts, business valuations, all of these different tools at your fingertips that you guys could provide to that type of client within that type of industry to ultimately attract that type of client and retain that type of client as well. You guys did this on a new business meeting. I'm telling you, you will stand out. Your clients will be very, very impressed, but it'll also make you stand out from the competition and show that you really know what you're doing when it comes to those specific spaces. I had a firm actually 2 days ago use it for dental practice. And she called me after and she's like, hey, this helped me win the business because I was able to walk them through, my expertise in dental practices and then the type of industries and resources that I could provide to them. And it actually helped her win the business of a giant dental practice here in Arizona, which is pretty cool to hear. Okay. So you guys, go ahead, Sherry.
Oh, I just wanted to jump in, and one of the biggest conversations is, should you niche? And one of the hesitancies is, well, I want to choose a niche, but I don't know the details about a niche. These are the details about that niche, right? And then it just allows you to target your marketing so much better. So you can increase your leads, just as an aside.
No, by the way, that's great because that's what's funny is I'm on the payroll side providing the resources. Sherry, I love partnering with you because you can be the advisor on the business side. And that's so true. There's such a pro con of getting a specific niche, but if you have these types of tools, you can talk or walk the talk, right? Does that make sense? Like
Yeah,
you can actually market to those niches, right? So
yeah, for sure.
A couple of other tools we have that this is really where I would say the majority of my accounting, tax preparers, bookkeepers spend their time. So again, whether you're starting out, been in the business 20 years, whatever, wherever and whatever you guys are at, whatever stage, this is really one of my favorite tools we have here. And this is our advisory opportunities section, which is downloadable. I'll talk to you about that in a second. But this will show every single one of your clients in one place, and then the services they have with ADP. A couple things to note is, like, for example, if you ever have a client expanding to another state, like, your clients are expecting you guys to understand and know the compliance of that state, right? Whether that's fair or not. Like, that's how the expectations have turned on you bookkeepers, right? And instead of you guys Googling for hours that you can't bill the client for to figure out what's required in California or Idaho, use ADP. We can help you, right? So this will show you, for example, any check mark is the services they have with ADP. Anything like this caution sign will actually give you a flag to show not only is this an area of opportunity, but your client is actually out of compliance. So it'll say, for example, Amanda's Bakery. Amanda's Bakery has 10 employees in New Jersey and New York where workers' compensation is required. A workers' comp plan with ADP is currently not in place. ADP offers a variety of different workers' comp insurance that may be a good fit. You have the opportunity to refer this directly to Justin. As long as you get signed up with Justin, this will go directly through him. Or you could just share this with the client. Be like, hey, is this accurate? Do you have workers' comp set up? Let's jump on a quick call, right? So it'll tell you not only opportunities, but compliance errors, right? So for example, this is an opportunity, not a compliance issue. Do you see the difference, like the caution mark? This one says Amanda's Bakery has recently started an HR trial, which allows them to create an employee handbook and have access to HR help desk and toolkits. Is this something your client would like to do moving forward long-term, right? Same thing for retirement. There's a ton of states that require retirement now. You guys can see if we're offering that or if that is something that would be an opportunity for your clients, or any sort of tax credit, health insurance, workers' comp, time and attendance, and HR services, okay? What's nice is you can actually go to one place to see all your opportunities here, refer to ADP, share with client, or maybe you know the story and you're like, hey, this is just no deductions in ADP, but I know what's going on with the client. Let me just dismiss this one. You guys can monitor this inbox, if you will, yourself to make sure you and your compliant or your clients are all over your compliance, right? So moving on to calculators, which I think you guys will really enjoy. We have a couple different calculators right here. So if you ever need to gross up a payroll salary, calculate a manual check, if you ever need to, whatever, manual checks, gross up a salary, get a net check, you can use this ADP paycheck salary calculator. The demo's a little bit slow, hang with me. But you guys can actually plug in that client's gross payroll, their withholding amounts and taxes, and it'll shoot out the net pay. Or on the opposite end, you could plug in their net pay, right? Put in their withholding status and it'll shoot out their gross pay. You guys can use that for your salary or hourly employees, all right here. If you ever want to learn more about the Secure Act 2.0, which is the new legislation that makes offering a retirement plan almost free for every employer out there, we have a tax credit calculator I'd be more than happy to walk you through that allows you to see what type of credits your clients can earn back for offering a retirement plan. As well as a big one recently, Sherry and I again spoke on this, is this research and development tax credit calculator. This has been a massive hit for us the last couple of weeks. If you have any clients that are in technology, manufacturing, any sort of patents, or if they're trying to develop any sort of new program, your clients may be eligible for a pretty large research and development tax credit. And we'll actually, through this calculator, walk you through what would be required of that client. And we can estimate what type of tax credits they could potentially earn back. And you can lean on Justin and myself to do those qualifications with our licensed partner as well. Okay, but here's all the calculators at your fingertips that you guys can use. Okay. One of the other tools that Sherry and I were talking about that we think would help was this state payroll tax rates. I realize all of you are in different states and all of your clients are in different states because a lot of you work remotely and are advertising to different types of clients. Has there ever been a time where you jump into, I don't know, Colorado and you have no idea what their minimum wage is or what their tax, like the payroll tax rates look like? You guys can find minimum wage, youth minimum wage, which is a big thing for different tax strategies, is putting your kids on payroll. Like, what does that minimum wage for your kids look like? Right here. You guys can find different requirements for like FICA, Medicare, Social Security, right? Health insurance. If you have an 2% shareholder, you have to add at the end of the year. For an S Corp, you guys can find it all specific to each and every state, all in one place. Okay. And then the last two things that we'll end with is, I know this is probably more on the accountants that you work with. We'll see if it loads. If not, we'll give it a second here. Let me try one more time. It should go. If you guys ever have a question from a tax front, or are in need of a master tax guide, or maybe an accountant is asking you some sort of tax question, you guys actually have access to 35 years of archived copies of master tax guides. The good news is I love it. It's like the Control F feature where you guys can search keywords or citations or whatever you guys need up here. But you could go back, I think it's 35 years. Let's see here. Once this loads, back to 1998. Hopefully no one comes with you with tax issues like that or books that need to be cleaned up. But if you have partners that need that, or you guys have to reference a question, you guys can select which year and then use that Control F feature to find that certain type of legislation, to whether that's to advise your clients, to help a partner of yours, or just to better educate yourself. You guys have access to that as well. Okay. And then lastly, again, this is really for CPE credits, but if you guys would like to do any sort of continued education, we have a ton of national webinars that you guys can find completely free here. We have group live webinars, so if you ever want Justin and myself to jump on a WebEx, or if you're here local, we're in Arizona, swing by, grab you lunch, we can do a live credit, CPE credit, or you guys can do any sort of on-demand courses where you can select a ton of different courses, do it at your own pace, your own time. You guys can find all of those different things right here. We even have like a different credit on how to partner with ADP and what HR capabilities, and we call it beyond payroll opportunities we have. I mean, you guys can educate yourself on the partnership within ADP, all completely free through Accountant Connect. Okay, so that's Accountant Connect at a high level overview. If you are interested in getting enrolled, like I said, it's completely free. I'm going to include here and go to the next stages of my slideshow, if you will, and walk you through how we partner. But just reach out to Justin. Sherry, I'm sure you're going to share his information and my information after this. And we can actually give you guys a personalized demo and help you guys get your accounts, your ADP accounts synced up. Okay. The last thing I had for you before we open it up for any questions or any comments or anything, Sherry, Megan, you want to add, is we have a couple different ways we partner here at ADP. I listed 3, there's really 4. One of the ways is obviously just a referral basis. Like, hey, if I have a client that needs a bookkeeper, which by the way, happens a lot, I can recommend them your way. Or if you have a client that, you know, is needing payroll services, you can recommend them my way. There's no revenue share in between. It's just referrals back and forth. Okay, that's one way. The second way, which is the most popular way, is through our revenue share program, where you can earn up to 75% of the annualized revenue to ADP. So to give you an idea, our average payroll client is about $2,000. We're pretty competitive actually with other competitors. I'm just giving you an average metric. By simply doing a warm introduction email to Justin, and that client goes on board with Justin, and we link them to your Accountant Connect, you would get paid $1,500 for that referral. If that client stays with ADP, and that's really where my role and Justin's role is we want to make sure we're not just bringing new clients, but we're helping you maintain your client base and making sure they have a great experience, is you actually would earn 10% residual on that client for the next 4 years. Years 2 through 5, you'd earn 10% residual. This revenue share is not just for payroll, it's for retirement services, workers' comp insurances, tax credits, and a plethora of other services here that you could recommend or partner with ADP. You can add us to your website, add it as a service that you guys offer, and just lean on our expertise to handle the payroll side, just like we would lean on your expertise to handle the books, right? The next option is if you guys process payroll in-house today, or you're wanting to grow and actually looking to grow your payroll book, is we have our ADP wholesale platform where you guys would have access in Accountant Connect. And it's all white labeled, so none of your clients would know you're using ADP technology at all. We like to use this for 20 or more clients to use the actual ADP wholesale technology versus just Accountant Connect. But you guys could then market this to your clients and actually grow your payroll portfolio and just utilize ADP's tax liability and resources and technology in order to do that. And then lastly, if you are on the call or you partner with an accountant that's on the call that processes payroll and is right now in tax season and doesn't want to process payroll anymore, which is happening a lot, and they process probably 10 or more payrolls, we have something called ADP acquisition where we'll actually price out that payroll portfolio as a whole. We'll give you an evaluation on what we think that payroll portfolio is worth. And then we'll price match every single one of your clients on what they're paying for ADP's technology today. And we'll buy out that entire book and move over all of your clients within 30 to 60 days. This is a very popular platform for anybody that's processing payroll today or knows someone that's processing payroll today for after tax season if they want to just expand other services within their firm. Okay? So that's a high-level overview of how to partner with ADP and some of the tools that we give to you for free. What I did here was included Justin's scheduler. I'm assuming we can send this link out, Sherry, or maybe we can send the link of his schedule if you'd like to, just connect with him and schedule an intro meeting. We can do that. I included his email and his personal cell phone here as well. I'm going to be very hands-on, so you'll have my information as well too. But that's where you can find us. Wanted it open up to you guys. And again, thanks for being patient on my presentation. Sorry about that, Sherry. Do you guys have any questions? Or Sherry and Megan, feel free to jump in if you guys have any comments to that as well.
Yeah, for sure. Rachel, for one, if you want to go ahead and copy Justin's link over, you can drop it in the chat and then we'll share it.
Perfect.
Too.
Let me make sure this works, Sherry, before I do this here. Cool. I'm going to share it in the chat. Justin, do you want to, I think I'm having it here, but you want to double check and add it in here? I think that should work. There we go.
Yep, it worked.
Perfect.
Cool. So guys, that's Justin's. If you guys are having any issues with ADP, if you already have an ADP client, that's something you can reach out to them for. And it just it's all designed to support you in growing your bookkeeping firm. When I was talking to Rachel, one of the things we realized as we were talking about just the ADP platform is advisory as it's presented to bookkeepers is like this lofty thing that as a bookkeeper, you dare not do.
Yeah.
Right. And it's very misunderstood in terms of like the solution you actually solve your clients. This is how you start offering advisory. And it's really tailored to the problem your client is having. So like sometimes I think we get distracted by advisory means we're doing some complex Excel sheet or complex analysis. ADP has done that work for you and they've collected it. All you have to do is pull it up, open it, learn it, and present it to your clients. Like read through it, understand it, present it to your clients. I shouldn't say learn it, but like understand it and then just kind of give it to your clients, right? And that's what the dental bookkeeper. Bookkeeper.
And she just started advisory. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Sherry. I think that's such a great point because people think advisory and then they think they have to have all these qualifications for it. It's not true at all. Take a piece, like Sherry was saying, of whatever you think would be most valuable to your business. If it's those industry specific reports, lean on Justin and I, ask us questions. We want to help you grow your business. And then just try it. Try a small piece of what we presented today, and then you can move on to more things if you'd like. But Sherry, you nailed it. The bookkeepers I partner with that do the best and are the most successful do offer some of these advisory services, and it doesn't have to be overcomplicated. It truly doesn't.
It doesn't. And it's a really great way to leverage the work that you're already doing. Because
Yes.
you already know their ADP. You already know their compliance. If you got other partners like CorpNet where you're checking their compliance for entity setups, then like you are their eyes in the back of their head because they're really good at getting their own business. They're not really good at keeping track of this because they just don't have the mental capacity to do so. But and you don't either. It's all just in dashboards.
Yeah.
Already set up for you. So you don't have to set up anything new. That's what I really like about the ADP platform. Too many P's there. It's kind of you can start setting up as plug and play. And I can tell you if you're struggling with how to position it, me, Megan, Rachel, Justin can help you with the positioning of, hey, I just want to focus on this for chiropractors, or we have someone killing it right now in the group who's focusing on a specific industry that isn't a common industry. And she didn't know anything about the industry when she started. She just needed to pick one, and that has really helped her market. But as she grows, she's getting very pointed conversations that are niche specific. That's where ADP comes in, because you already have those industry benchmarks. So I just wanted to share that if you guys are thinking about that. And I will say positioning in the story that you're telling as you're marketing is really important. Megan and I were just listening to a win from one of our bookkeepers today. So for you guys listening, where she went with her gut and she just made a tweak to how she was marketing and showing up on her social media. Just a tweak. Her gut said, hey, this isn't bringing in emotion. This isn't solving my client's problem. She's already landed a client. This was 2 weeks ago. She's already landed a client, and she's had 3 different discovery calls showing up in her inbox. Beautiful. So go with your gut. If this is something you're looking for, Rachel will brainstorm with you. I know she will. Justin will brainstorm with you. We're here for you guys.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah. And we appreciate it. And honestly, if you get your clients linked up there, it would be even better, because I could show you how to have those conversations with real life data from your clients too, which might be a cool ad as well. So, but yeah, we appreciate you guys having us, and we're going to be around more. And like I said, if you see a DM from us or just a ping, if you have questions, just reach out to us through the Facebook group or through, any of those groups. We're happy to jump in and help. My profile picture might show a little bit younger version of myself. I probably need to update it so I look a little bit more professional. Just know it's me, and it will be updated.
You're good. I feel like profile pictures are a funky thing. It's how often do you really update it? Because then it pings everyone, and you're do I really want them?
I don't really want them to know, but I will update my LinkedIn and add it to my Facebook, so you guys have that.
Megan, any questions on Facebook while we're here?
No, I don't see any.
Justin, did you want to pipe up and add anything? Feel free.
Nothing more than Rachel added, but just happy to be a resource. I know she shared a lot, so if there's any questions after the call, I'm available, and we're able to brainstorm on what we can do to help grow the business.
Awesome. Yeah, and I really love Rachel's point about if you have a client already in ADP, using that client to, even if you're not currently offering advisory to them, it pursuing how it would look to offer advisory and using that as your foundation to start doing it, because you might find that you have a way to upsell that client meeting a need. And what I think we miss sometimes with those needs is we just assume the client has been with us for so long, they're paying the same rate, and they will not ever upgrade their package. It's all about how we present it. If we notice that they have a problem, they might already know that they have the problem, and they might already be looking for a solution. And they don't realize you're the solution right under their nose, that they're already paying you. And I got to tell you, they probably want to keep paying you. Instead of switching and trying to so So be aware of that if you're looking to add value or increase your prices at all. Those are ways to do that. So
100%.
nothing better than increasing prices and lowering the number of clients that you have. To make
Very
them-
true.
Nothing better. Okay. Megan, anything else you would like to add? And then we can,
Nope, I don't believe so.
Cool.
I don't see any questions today. They're a quiet group today. But thanks
Let
for
us
the
know if
fun
anything else
call.
comes up. Yeah, reach out to us directly. We really, Sherry and Megan, thank you for having us on, and we hope you see us again. We for sure would love to be a part of anything else you guys want. If it's advisory 2.0 or going specific into one of those tabs we talked about today, we'd be happy to jump in.
Speaking of which, before I let you guys go, I forgot to announce we are doing a webinar next Tuesday on just dribbling, running your business in like 10 hours a week if you're just getting started or if you're trying to figure out how to run it efficiently. In that, as part of the Bookkeeper Blueprint, Rachel and Justin will continue to provide resources there for you guys. So if you're in that, definitely don't miss out on the coaching, the advisory, the tax trainings that we have in that course platform. So if you're looking for that, do join us next Tuesday, 11 a.m. Central. I'll drop that link, but you guys are, anything else, Megan? Sorry, I'm like scatterbrained.
Thank you,
I don't
guys.
think so. Thank
Have an
y'all.
awesome day, guys.
Y'all too.
Bye,
All right.
guys.
We'll see you
Bye,
later.
thank you.
Thank you, everyone.